All right, welcome back, everybody. So in the last video, we actually created parts 3 and 4. So I misspoke. So part 2 is the wheel. We skipped over that. So we'll come back and we'll get that right now. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to create the wheel part of this wheel assembly. That's kind of one of the main pieces. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to New. We're going to do metric. We're going to go standard, millimeters, create. I'm going to start a 2D sketch. I'm going to use the XY plane. What I want to do is I'm going to create a center line because we're going to use the revolve. I think is going to be the best option for this wheel. So I'm going to make a line and I'm just going to draw this thing. I want to draw this thing super long. That looks super long, right? Make sure it's straight. I'm going to go right click, hit OK. I'm going to go to my coincident. I always get those confused. Coincident constraint. I'm going to look for the middle point of this line. So click that green dot. I'm going to click the origin. We'll smack that right there where it locks in. I'm going to right click, hit OK. I want to change this line to a center line like so. So you just click the line and you click center line. Now what I want to do is I'm just going to create kind of a section of this wheel. If I were to take a big katana knife or katana sword or whatever you want to call it, samurai sword, and slice it in two, kind of what would we be looking at? So what I want to do is draw a rectangle, I think. 2 point. It's going to have a hole in the middle, so we don't want to draw it right on the center line. We're going to kind of draw it over here to the side here. So there's one. I'm going to do another one kind of somewhere over here. I don't care about the dimensions right now. I know it looks kind of shoddy, but so there's that. Let me start dimensioning this. So this from here to here is, whoa, I got way too big. That's gonna be 50. And then, let's see. Let me see. So if I dimension this line to my center line, that has a diameter of, what is that, 24? That's gonna be 24. And then this from here to my center line, that has a diameter of 36. And let's see, I want to make sure that this is even. So I'm going to dimension the top to the center. I'm going to click my dimension. So instead of giving an actual dimension, I'm going to click this dimension and I'm going to go divide that by 2. So it centers those up. That's kind of what I want. All right, so this dimension I know from here to here is 10. 10, like that. Let's see. And I want that. I'm going to put this. Let's see, how can I do this? I can actually, I'm just experimenting here. Click the center of that, and then, or the midpoint of that with my coincident constraint. Locks that in there. So we know that that's kind of in the middle. And then what I want to do is, I want to do the same thing kind of for here, right? So click the center of this, or the midpoint of that, locks that there on. And then that's 38. So this length here is 38. Right there. And I know that, what else do I know? I know that this is 3. tells me is that 3 or 5? Yeah, that's 3. What else do I know? I know that this outside, oh yeah, this dimension from here to my center, that's 100. Like that. And then, so this line here is not straight down, it's kind of at an angle. So let me see, I can trim this. I can actually trim this piece, this piece, this piece. Probably actually get rid of this. I can get rid of this line. Delete that, because this line is going to go from here, kind of at an angle over here. So that dimension from here to here is, it goes from 5 to 3, so that's 2. Now I'll trim this piece out. I'm going to do the same thing down here. I know this is probably not the best method. I know you're like, what in the heck are you doing, bro? I'm going to line these up right there. See, there. I'm going to trim this piece out like that. Take a look at this and see what we got. All right, so I'm going to dimension from here to this point here. That's going to be 5. And from here to this point is also 5. And let's see, what else do we need? Oh yeah, and then this diameter from here to the center, that's going to be 36. 36. Like that. Let me make sure these are lined up. So I'm going to use my collinear, this one and that one. Okay, what else? I'm looking to see what other dimensions we need to lock this baby down. Okay, I'm going to add a dimension from our center to like this line. It's going to be this divided by 2, like that. See if I can add one from here to here. And that's going to be this dimension here divided by 2. And let me add this one from here to here, maybe? I don't know. Nope. All right, so if you wanted to really, like, it says 5 dimensions are needed for to constrain it. What we could do is, sometimes you can shoot, go up to where you see this. It says automatic dimensions and constraints. It applies missing dimensions and constraints to selected sketch geometry. So you could click this. It tells us that we need 5. You could apply it. So we could do that. Hit done. So now we're fully constrained. I'm going to finish my sketch. I want to revolve this baby. And since I only have one sketch, right? It already knows one profile. I have one axis showing my center line, so it knows, which ones to do. I want to revolve it in a circle 360 degrees. I'm going to hit the OK. So there is our completed wheel. There's really not much to it. It looks like a cake pan. You know what I'm saying? I remember my mom used to have those. Anyway, so then we need to, what we need to do, we need to add some rounds and fillets to it. So our rounds and fillets have a radius of 3. I'll click this. So then, let's see, click it again. Click my edge. So this one for sure. This one over here. Yeah, this one. I'm going to go underneath it. Click that one. Click this one. I think we're good with those. Yeah, so I'm going to hit apply. So then we got that. So then I just need to, we're going to add a material. So it says our material is cast iron. So I'm going to iron cast, select that. There it is. It looks kind of cool with that material on there. I mean, I'm just saying. All right, so we're going to save this as wheel. And then we have all our parts created. I'm going to save it. And then the next video, we'll figure out how to put this all together. All right. Hope to see y'all back again. All right. Come back. Just do it. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right. Peace.